Hello everybody, welcome back to 2 Idiots Reading Comics. This week's episode 164, and we get to talk about Locke and Key. As always, you can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and you can listen to us anywhere you get your podcasts. As always, let's get into it.
And welcome to the best damn book club of the internet.
Of the internet? I like of the internet.
Do we want to represent the whole internet, though?
Please, God, no.
Best damn book club on the internet. My name's Ryan Talmadge. That's David Crocker. This is 2 Idiots Reading Comics. And today, reading Locke and Key.
Woohoo!
What episode number are we?
164.
Okay, cool.
Getting up there.
Friday was my birthday, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
29.
Because this will come out on the 22nd.
Yeah.
2029.
Don't know how I feel about it.
That's just 1 year closer to 30.
I'll hate that.
Now, so, like, to me, once I got past 21, I think maybe when I hit 25.
I'd say 25 is a pretty decent one.
But
you're no longer young.
Yeah. And is 26 parents kick you off, or was it 25?
I want to say 24, 26, 26.
Somewhere
my
in
mom
that
got
range.
me off my mom and my
You
dad,
got kicked off insurance quick.
who are divorced.
Yeah.
My mom was like, "You need to get off your dad's insurance. That's not fair." I was
Yeah.
like, "You just spent 18 years collecting money from that man."
Yeah.
Which fair. But
You got kicked off real fucking quick.
yeah,
That's
that's easy for you to say. I've never been on your insurance.
Huh?
She's like, "You need to get kicked off. You need to get taken off his insurance."
Yeah,
and I'm
it's
like,
you've never
"I'm
paid
not
for
on
that
your insurance.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up."
Because your dad's always had state insurance, which,
Yeah.
of course.
And was perfectly fine with me staying on it.
And it didn't actually, once we
And my
got,
insurance sucks ass.
once we got a family plan,
Yeah.
we can have, I think, up to 4 kids on that family plan or something,
Yeah.
and it costs the exact same. So it wasn't like it cost him anymore. And if he put Sabrina on it, it's the same price.
Yeah.
So it's not he wasn't saving anything by knocking you off.
No.
It's kind of like my parents. My parents are like, look, if you kick both of y'all off, me and my sister, it's like, it doesn't save us any money, so run the clock out.
God,
We're like, fuck yeah, run the clock out.
what the heck?
Then the wife got a state job, and that works better.
Rebecca?
Yeah, we ran the clock out. Sister got married because she was running the clock out too far. Well, it's not why she got married. It's just part of.
Would not surprise me.
That's fucked up. But where I was going with that,
I feel
30
like
for me isn't I'm not
30's
getting scared of 30. Now,
you're only going to be 28 this year.
I just turned
You're
right.
28.
Now, let's talk about this again in 2 years and see how I feel.
I don't know. 30s are seemingly becoming the new late 20s.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Is what we grew up in is the late 20s is all right, that's where your life
Establish
changes.
yourself.
That's where and now
That's your 30s.
Now that we're growing up in it and we're 28 and 29,
Early 20s is when
I
you
just had a kid.
have fun and fuck up your life.
I just had a kid.
Late 20s is when you try to build out of it. 30s is when you get out of it and establish yourself.
I just had a kid at 27 and short of a month. So 28. And
Still don't understand
but it's in normal, when we were growing up, 28 would have been, oh, that's an old person. That's an old person having a kid for the first time, not kind of seeming to be the new standard again of.
And we'll get into that next week when we do our relationship deal breakers draft.
So it's kind of for me right now, 30 isn't a problem.
Yeah.
Because it's shit, I'm still trying to figure out, am I even me right now?
See, that's why it's why are you having kids so early? It's just
that's
I'm still
what
trying to figure out my life.
You're saying oh, why are you having kids so early? And
yeah, no.
Where we grew up, where I grew up in South Alabama, if you didn't have your first kid by 22,
oh yeah,
you were the old school of you'll be withered up and you won't be loved and you won't have kids. It's
and that's fine.
Well, I mean, right. Once
I don't cry about being lonely all the time.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. once I got out of like South Alabama and like saw the world, it's like, no, you don't have to be 22 to have your first kid or 21st year out of college.
That's not just South Alabama. That's
well,
the
I
South.
know, but that's
'Cause I grew up in the burbs of Birmingham.
right. And so now
I know
it's
plenty
like,
of girls who were like MRS degrees and shit like that.
Oh yeah. So now it's kind of like, oh, I'm just like, I'm not in the career I want to end my life in. Like, I make decent enough money to survive and get a paycheck, but I don't see myself doing this when I'm 50.
I don't think you can. You actually do manual labor.
Dude, I am going to hurt so bad by the time I'm
better
40.
get a promotion.
I'm gonna hurt. Well, crap, man. The guy I work with that finally quit, they broke his ass to have surgery. He had to have surgery on his hip because his hips were failing because he'd been in the field so long.
No, fuck that.
So
I'm already in the position.
yeah,
I don't do shit.
yeah. You went the other way around the world with it, but
that's why they don't respect me. Because I didn't do the things they do.
Heck, while this is recording, I'll probably be been slinging a sledge for 3 weeks now out in
Ew.
middle of the fucking woods.
Gross.
20 pounds.
At least you actually use your degree.
Sure. The degree got me in the door. Nothing I learned from BSc has given me jack shit.
Yeah.
It got me in the door, but it didn't. Nothing I learned at BSc I have translated into what I'm doing.
Yeah. No, I don't know how I feel about being 30. I feel like there's still time, but I need to get my shit together.
But again, why?
Well, there's things I've said I wanted to do, and to be honest, still haven't started most of it. So
true.
I have recently.
I've got a lot of shit like bucket list shit that I have never started on.
Well, this is stuff like, I want to write a comic book. Well, how are you going to pay for that? Have you actually started writing? No, you just have ideas.
Have an idea. You do have ideas. Pretty decent idea. I like the ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel you, man.
So stuff like that. Well, yeah. Happy birthday to me.
Woohoo!
Can't wait to see what Davis gets me after I got him that awesome Darth Vader print.
That was an awesome Darth Vader print.
Spent
I've got
$90 altogether on, just to let you know.
Oops.
Our only rule is it has to be less than 100.
Oops.
Did you go over?
It might go over.
Okay, well, that's fair.
I mean, it's not like $200 over. Like, it ain't gonna be like that, but like
that's got me curious though.
I
will go ahead and say the 2 omnibus that I have flat out said I wanted in front of you. I bought the Hulk because they went down in price, and I went ahead and pre-ordered the Volume 3 Spider-Man.
Well, of course. Well, I bought you the Batman for your last birthday, right?
Yeah, which did not see coming at all. No, you just got me.
No,
one.
I just got you the one because I got myself the Flash. Yeah.
Did not see that coming though.
I've got an idea. I don't know. Like, I don't want to ask you about it because it's kind of one of those. Like, if I ask you about it, it ruins the present.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
it's also you're like, I know he'll like this, but at the same time in your head you're just like, what if he doesn't?
Will he actually enjoy the thing I'm getting him?
Because I'll tell you, when I got you that Darth Vader print, I was like, I know he likes Vader.
But
I don't know if
is he gonna like it enough to have a painting of Vader?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if he wants a side profile painting to
Does he
hang up somewhere.
Yeah, which I actually fucking love. Like it's so cool.
Which makes me, because your mother-in-law got you Boba Fett painting from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just like, amateur. I am sitting there like, I wonder if she saw what I got him.
Oh, she did.
Yeah. Cool.
Everybody's seen what you got.
How about
I
that?
literally look
what
after
my friend got me.
After I got it, my sister. So you gave it to me when you came to see my son for the first time. My sister and her boyfriend were here, same fiance at the time. I literally showed her not probably 5 minutes after I gave her my son to hold, her own nephew, and I'm showing her, and she goes, "Oh, that's really cool." I'm like, looky.
And I'm pretty sure there's an R2D2 one.
There is. I told her about that. She went, "No." I went, "Yeah. You need to go get it." Not you, my sister.
Yeah. My favorite was Loki. The just, I don't know how to understand how he did that and made C-3PO actually look shiny.
I know.
Because we saw that in the video.
Yeah, it's shiny.
It somehow looks shiny in a painting.
It's really cool. No, it's again, it's what I'm. It's like I know you will like it, but at the same time,
You always have doubt in your head.
yeah, it's definitely the doubt of he's gonna like it. You'll like it. You'll thank me for it. But then it's gonna be, are you gonna go home and look at it after getting to go? Okay, well, I guess that's my birthday present.
At this point, I'm pretty sure you're the only one to get me an actual present. So.
Oh yeah, but
I'm pretty sure my parents will just be like, "Here's some cash," if I get that. So. Which hopefully they do, because I've told them how much.
I got cash.
Yeah.
Didn't I get cash?
But they know how work is going right now, so hopefully they will.
Well, I got cash and a shark robot.
A Roomba.
Roomba. Well, it's a shark.
You told me to go out there and say, it's over the shark, and I was like, what the fuck is he talking about a shark?
It's the company shark, but it's a smarter Roomba.
Yeah.
Yeah, so by the time this airs, you will have had your gift. And
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
You'll see next month on the podcast, because I don't see us. I don't know when the next time I'd come up here would be.
Sometime in August, I would assume.
Well, other than Wednesday.
Well, that special trip.
Yeah. But guess what? We read a comic book this week.
Oh, is that what we're here for?
Yeah. And I will be honest, out of all these so-called horror books that we've read, this is the only one that actually creeped me out.
Really?
I wouldn't go flat out scare me, but it was definitely creepy.
See, I can feel that it was creepy.
Yeah.
But I cannot actually put my finger on, like, this specific thing creeps me out.
The bitch in the well.
The bitch in the well was creepy, but it wasn't. But like once they showed her, it was like, oh, okay.
The gun person was creepy. Like the guy who
that dude felt like the guy from Sandman, the one that got the
very similar.
Got the heart. Was it the heart or the gem?
The gem. Yeah.
Got the gem.
Yeah.
He had that feeling of
he
like,
did have that feeling.
I don't care. I will do what I need. I'm gonna kill.
Yeah. I'll tell you when it actually like, oh, this dude's a psycho. When he was sucking that trucker's dick.
Yeah.
The entire book was here, and then you see that, and he goes all the way up here. He's like, oh, this motherfucker's crazy.
Yeah. It's like, oh, nope, okay, we crossed the line.
Okay.
And then he got a crowbar in his head. Well, he put a crowbar in the truck driver's head.
Yeah. Tire iron.
Yeah.
Think so.
Yeah, tire. Either way.
And I'll tell you, when the will bitch really, like, legitimately jump scared me.
Oh,
is when he's in there, and like the entire time we're like, she can't climb out. She can't climb out.
Yeah, and then
he's like, I'm not gonna help you. And then she's like, he's turned around and she's about to like grab his ass, and you're like, oh.
She's like, hi.
Yeah.
What got me the most, and like actually, why did I just got chill bumps too for it.
Well,
was when the psycho dude was in the guidance counselor's office looking at the painting of the well.
Yes.
And she's writing, help me.
Yeah.
Locke and Key. Like she was writing in the picture. I'm like, okay, we've crossed the line.
Yeah.
We've crossed the line. Like,
we should probably credit these people.
We should.
Yeah.
We've got a writer written by Joe Hill, art by Gabriel Rodriguez, colors by Jay Fatas, or Folis. I think it's Fatas, and letters by Robbie Robbins.
Yeah.
I honestly can tell you, we were trying to figure out what we wanted to read this month. I literally just got on to Comixology.
Yeah.
And it was like top free comics, or like their unlimited section. And this was the first one, and I read the little sample. I'm like, all right, if it's bad, oh well. But I'm hooked.
Yeah.
I'm hooked.
Now I will say, I'm pretty sure this already has a Netflix series.
Seriously?
I don't know how it did, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
Or it has a series somewhere.
Let's see.
Pretty sure that was in development. There's already a Locke and Key series.
Holy shit. Season 3, August 10th, 2022. on Netflix.
I don't know how good it did, but
IMDb is giving a 7.3 out of 10. Rotten's is a 68. Common Sense is 4 out of 5.
okay.
First episode aired on February of 2020. Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
I may have to go give this a look then.
Yeah.
Because if they did it like Sandman, I could get into it.
Yeah.
Because Sandman, like, this felt Sandman-y.
Yeah,
Like,
I can see that.
It felt like New Age Sandman.
Yeah.
With the little, well, of course,
Magical
it's not Sandman.
items and stuff like that. Or magical keys and a house.
The Echo,
Yes. Creepy bitch.
shockingly, was also a friend of their dad's.
Yes.
That
They had to trap in the well. But then the key to all this is that once you hit a certain age, people
you kind of forget. Yeah,
you forget and don't believe.
or you claim to forget and don't
Yes.
believe.
Yeah.
I think they know, and they're playing.
Well,
the dad's dad.
they let awfully a lot of people die if they did.
There were a lot of fuckers that died already.
Yeah.
I mean, we just getting kicked off, and the dude with that, the creepier dude that survived the attack on the parents, 12 people plus.
Yeah.
Killed the mom and baby on the bus, the driver, and 2 other people. So
Killed his own parents.
killed his own parents.
Which might have had it coming.
Yeah. Claims he killed Ty's dad because he told him to
Yeah.
in a pissed off rage
Yeah.
thing that I'm sure will
As a
not
new dad,
scar,
how did
will
that
not
make you?
scar him and
How did all that make you feel?
Yeah, will not scar him in all aspects of his life and fear and death and
Answer my question.
I am.
Yeah.
Fear, death, and absolute torment of hell.
Yeah.
It starts with a fucking bang for sure.
Yeah.
I thought both parents died, of course. I
Yeah.
mean, then you sit there and go, and then you're looking at the funeral like, oh wait,
that
there's
chick
one.
looks awfully a lot like their mom.
Yeah, and then
which means she didn't die, but she definitely got R-worded.
She got R-worded and put a hatchet through the dude's head.
Yeah.
And a lot of problems.
Yeah.
These keys
Apparently, a bunch of magical keys
are just they're just apparently laying on door frames and in a well and
Well, I mean,
on somebody's bracelet.
if you truly do outgrow it and forget, to you, they're just keys.
They're just keys.
Yeah. But there's one that'll take you anywhere you want. There's one that'll change your gender.
Yep.
One that'll make you a ghost.
Yep.
And apparently a whole bunch more.
The last key that the little boy Bode picks up looked like a brain key.
Yeah.
And then there's a cover art where it's got the key in the back of his neck, and it's like showing all of his thoughts.
Yeah.
So I guess it opens your mind to stuff. I definitely can say I got hooked. I got sucked in.
I'd be down to we're
At
doing Ultimate Spider-Man, but
at
it would not
some
surprise me
point,
if this becomes
I could throw this in for a few. I have no idea how many there are or anything like that. But I could definitely get sucked into this because, again, it's a thriller. It's a thriller mystery.
Yeah. If it all stays on this level, I was like, surprisingly, was scary / creepy, but also wanted to come back for more.
Yeah.
That's not an experience I have almost ever.
No, like the whole time, like you're sitting there like, all right, what's the next shoe to drop?
Yeah.
What's the next horror? What's the next problem? And it just, like, you just kept getting like, oh, okay, all right, where is it?
Yeah.
All right, what's going to happen? Yeah, I'm intrigued enough to keep going with it at some point, of course. But, I mean, that's really kind of all. I mean, Bode, of course, is the youngest, and if it goes by the older you get, the more you forget. The younger kid will be more curious to find the problems.
Yeah. And, I mean, you end in a pretty fucked up place, too, where Echo is now made friends with the children.
Yep.
Although, I think Bode's like...
Bode's got an idea, like, hey, hold on, you...
I don't think he trusts anyone right now.
And you've got
the 2 older siblings. What's his face?
Ty
has like some idea. Like He knows something happened when he went through that door.
He went through the door, so he turned into a ghost. So he's got a belief of it. The girl is just she's like, okay, y'all are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But Echo also was a friend of the dad's.
Yeah.
Of Ty's dad. Shows back up to the running coach and tells her, "You remember me? I helped kill your mother." Yeah. It's like, oh, buddy, you've been fucking up shit for a long time.
Sounds like we need to get out of wherever Massachusetts this is.
Shit. Lovecraft.
Fuckface, Massachusetts.
Yeah, Lovecraft. Which also, like, it called Lovecraft is like the Lovecraft writer. Like, I don't know if it's tied to that or if it's just they use.
It's probably like a nice hat nod.
Yeah, because his idea
heavily inspired, probably.
His writings were on this esque type supernatural stuff.
Supernatural and sci-fi and horror. Yeah. No, I know we just started this year, but I would say right now it's in the top 10.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
out of, well, I guess we've only done
out of
9.
10 or 9.
Out of 9. Yeah.
It's in the top 5.
Yeah. I would say definitely one of those ones I'll go back and be like, oh yeah.
I could definitely I'd definitely been in the top 5 right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, it's volume 1.
Yeah.
It's
kind of hard to deep dive.
It introduced enough that you're sitting there with a lot of questions that you actually want answers to.
Yeah.
So
it's not it's not like we just did volume 9 of Why the Last Man and we all have theories and can talk about it for 25 minutes.
Right.
But yeah, we will more than likely go back to that one.
Yeah.
So if you feel like reading ahead, you can get a head start on us. That being said, we do have 2 drafts this month.
Woohoo.
Which one would you like to do first? We drew last week at the very end of the episode, and it turned out we were going to do the draft of Harrison Ford movies.
Yep.
Which turns out not as many as we thought there was. Definitely ones that we have seen. And then we also did a draft of relationship deal breakers.
Yeah.
I will give you choice of which you would like to do first.
Let's do the Harrison Ford, since I said we'd do it first. You want to do a coin flip? Or
sure.
Flip a coin. Where are we at? Flip a coin.
I kind of want to go first on this one because I feel like our deal breakers are going to be drastically different. Tails.
Here she is. Calling tails.
Yeah.
Coins up. The coins down. Cool. Towers takes the lead.
I will go first. 1 overall. I know you're a big Star Wars guy, but I think this is the clear 1-1 Blade Runner. Not the Ryan Gosling one.
Yeah, I know.
The original one.
You went.
Blade Runner might be the best sci-fi movie ever, in my opinion.
Okay.
Depending on how Doom Part 2 finishes up. But
and that's coming out this year. Like, soon.
Soon.
Yeah.
Like, if you're listening to this, maybe next month. But yeah, Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner. Now, depending on who you talk to on the internet, tells you which version you need to watch, like which director's cut, or which extended cut.
Comes out in November.
Okay. But Blade Runner 2040 or whatever 4099 is the one with Ryan Gosling.
2040, something like that.
Yeah. But the original Blade Runner is fucking good.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't have.
Have you ever watched it?
I know it's on my list.
Yeah.
Because I know I have seen parts of it.
Yo, one of my pokey friends, my phone is what we record this on. There's an app called Q or Q'd or something like that. And basically all it is like someone tells you, hey, check this movie out.
Yeah.
You can type it in and add it to your queue. And it's like that way you don't forget about what people tell you to watch.
Yeah.
And then they've also got like a spinner on there. So if you're just like, I don't know what to watch, fucking spin.
Dude, I'm always needing
and then it's
shit.
like a checklist.
Like I'm always needing shit like that because like we talk about so much stuff on here. Then literally the next day I go, what did we talk about? Like we said we were going to watch this today or that. And
yeah. I'll show it to you when we get done.
Cool.
But if you're out there, try the app Q or Q'd.
Cool.
I've been using it and it's pretty fucking cool.
Alrighty. So you
1-1
went Blade
Blade
Runner
Runner.
1-1.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to go Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Harrison Ford's pretty much his second. I mean, he had a lot of movies before Star Wars and
Yeah.
shit, but
He was
I
still
feel
relatively unknown until then.
yeah, he had New Hope come out first.
Yeah.
Then he did the Last Crusade or Raiders of the Lost Ark, but Empire seems to be where he finally kind of led the ensemble to me, and I mean, he's my favorite.
Okay. See, that makes sense to me, but at the same time, I've never seen any of the Indiana Jones movies. Like, legitimately, never watched any of them. Never watched any of them.
It kind of hurts.
So I feel like the correct answer would be Raiders of the Lost Ark right here.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then I won't take A New Hope. I will take Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't even argue.
I've never seen it, but yes, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I can't even argue that. Like,
but at the same time, his character does not affect the plot at all.
Which also hurts because Big Bang proved that to be true. But I mean, are you gonna pick these off of just standard? This is the best, or what you've actually seen?
I'm winging it.
That's fit.
I looked at his IMDb page and did not recognize.
Yeah,
the ones I recognized, he did not play a giant role in.
When we chose this, or when I think I wrote it down.
Yeah, it looked like one of yours.
I definitely was on the idea of like, oh well, yeah, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. We had a couple other movies that I liked, and it's like, then you look at his whole page, and it's like, so he didn't really have any like top tier like mainstream.
For someone who is not big into nerd culture, he's Indiana Jones, Han Solo, and was in Blade Runner.
2 Blade Runners, right?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's Raiders is the definitive second.
Yeah.
For me, my second is Last Crusade. It would have been Lost Ark.
Yeah.
But it's Last Crusade. Again, he finally steps out, does his shit, gets going. What you got?
Third, I will probably just go A New Hope. Even though, I don't know. I feel like Leia shined more in Return of the Jedi than Han did.
Return? Yeah, Return to me, I mean, the whole, like, the first half, he's frozen, he's not there, then he's blind for another, like, 20 minutes. You know, he never saw Leia in her slave bikini.
Well, that sucks for him.
It does, but the rest of the world did.
Yeah.
It's a magical moment for every boy.
Yeah.
And I would assume a lot of girls.
Probably.
I'm going to go with my third is Air Force One, where he's playing the president hijacked by the Russians.
Cool. Never seen it.
That's not shocking. I mean, I'm not shocked. Go ahead.
This is my number 3?
Yeah. No, number 4. I'm sorry. This is your last pick.
My number 4. Okay. So I'm torn between 2. I'm probably going to go with the other one. The one I'm probably not going to go with. I know American Graffiti is what made George Lucas is what like jump started his career to have a studio let him make whatever he wanted, which eventually became Star Wars.
And then also Indiana Jones.
And then
and he picked Harrison because of it.
Harrison was like, they called in Harrison to be like, here's an idea of what Han Solo would be.
Yeah.
Then judge all of the auditions off of that, and they were like, then why don't we just go with Harrison? But 42, where he plays the owner of the Dodgers. I've actually seen that movie, and it wasn't bad. Don't know necessarily how much you can attribute to Harrison to that instead of God dang it, guy who plays Black Panther.
Not Cuba Gooding
I almost
Jr.
call him T'Challa every time. I should know this. Damn
it. Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman, yes.
But
yes, 42, number 4.
So my number 4 is I'm going to take The New Hope. No, you took New Hope.
I took New Hope.
The Fugitive.
I did recognize that one.
I've seen parts of it.
I've heard of it.
Where
Never
he
watched
was,
it.
of course, accused of
there was also
killing his wife, and he had to break out of jail
okay.
and prove that he didn't do it.
There was another one on there that I recognize as like a lot of people say that's a great movie, but I've never seen it.
What is? You remember?
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
I heard it's a great movie, but I've never seen it.
But I really, honestly couldn't tell you even what the plot is because there's another movie.
I imagine it has something to do with an apocalypse immediately happening.
But there's another movie that's very similar to that title, where it's like you're in the Mayan time, and I always forget what the title of that movie is, and I always get it confused with the Harrison.
Or wait, I think Apocalypse Now, was that the same? Is that the one that came out the same summer as what's the Bruce Willis one that has Ben Affleck in it and has the Aerosmith song Armageddon? Is that the one? And it's like, oh, it's literally the same movie, but Armageddon came out first and was better.
No, Apocalypse Now came out in '79.
Okay, never mind.
It had Martin Sheen in it, Dennis Hopper, Lawrence Fishburne.
Ooh, Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah. Again, in Vietnam in 1970, Captain Willard takes a perilous and increasingly hallucinatory journey upriver to find and terminate Colonel Kurtz, Marlon Brando.
So he may have had a very small
once
role.
promising officer who has reportedly gone completely mad in the company of a Navy patrol boat filled with street-smart kids, a surfing-obsessed air cavalry officer, Robert Duvall, and a crazed freelance photographer, Dennis Hopper. Willard travels further and further into the heart of the darkness. So yeah, he may not have played that much of a role.
Well,
his name's not even in the.
Well, then I'm glad I didn't pick it.
A big war film produced and directed by Francis Ford Coppola. The screenplay co-written by. Again, never seen it, so couldn't tell you.
It was on his.
It was on his list.
At least on his Google search.
Yeah, but again, like.
Anchorman 2 was on it.
Yeah, Anchorman 2 was also.
He was just in the news anchor.
But again, it was kind of shocking that. Like, I don't know if there was even anything from like only like maybe 5 movies from the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of shocking that one of those was Crystal Skull, and I would take my name off of that as fast as you could. But he's apparently trying to do another one. Or he's doing another one.
Apparently, the new one's worse.
Not sure how you could be worse than Crystal Skull, but
apparently it was
great.
You still haven't seen any of the movies that have come out this summer, have you?
Ant-Man Quantumania. That was spring.
Have you seen Across the Spider? God damn it!
Still haven't seen it. Should be on something here shortly to watch.
Still in theaters.
It's been out long enough, so it'll be on something here shortly.
I'm thinking about going back and seeing it a second time in theaters.
Yeah.
After I see Mission Impossible 7.
It's also true. But.
And Barbie.
I know. I want to see Oppenheimer so bad, though.
I don't give a shit about
Really?
Oppenheimer.
Oh, man. I want to see it.
People are like, we can do a double feature. I'm like, why?
Well, they're only doing that because like the whole world.
I'll see Barbie twice.
Like the whole
that
world
shit looks so fucking funny.
Yeah, the only reason they want to do that is just because the whole world thought it was hilarious as hell because Oppenheimer, a war epic movie,
and Barbie's gonna eat into its box office.
Yeah, and Barbie is also coming out the same weekend.
Yeah,
both movies
looking good,
look really good, and also have very heavy hitting cast.
Yeah,
like Robert Downey Jr.'s in Oppenheimer. Not Wahlberg. The guy that always looks like Wahlberg.
I saw someone that apparently they rushed up the premiere of Barbie by like a couple hours to make sure they got in before the actor strike, because after that, then they can't go do anything for the movie.
Yeah, and
apparently someone was like, Ryan Gosling might legitimately win an Oscar for his role in Barbie, because as much as like, I mean, those commercials look like 50% of the Barbie movie is about Ken.
It's got a lot of Ken in it.
And there's one outfit in the most recent trailer where he just looks like he's like NWO Hollywood Hulk Hogan with the black. And then he's got the black and lightning white headband. I'm just like, that's fucking funny.
Dude, I want to see it because it's just like the whole time.
The jokes is like, this is like Vine humor.
Ken's like, well, you want to come spend the night? She goes, well, why would we? He goes, well, I don't know. You could spend the night.
Yeah.
It's like, what would we do? It's like, oh, well, I don't know.
The one where they're like, just keep saying beach off in
Beach.
the middle. No, it's like, I'll beat you off.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like,
I saw a clip where
is this really happening?
It compared the hey Barbie, hey Barbie, hey Barbie to Jojo Rabbit, where they're going Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler, and it's like, how many times can we say the stupidest word and not make a reference to that we said it?
Yeah.
How far can we go before everybody in the studio just gets up and walks out?
And it's fucking that Heil Hitler scene is so hilarious because it's like something that shouldn't be funny, but it's like,
well,
I have to come into the room and then it's like
every time you greet someone,
yeah, blah blah. And it's just like, what the fuck? I still love.
Well,
Jojo
even
Rabbit.
the actor or the director,
of which
Joaquin Phoenix,
Taika Waititi,
Joaquin
Phoenix,
oh, Joker,
played the Joker.
Taika Waititi was just like, yeah, we wanted to make sure, like, to emphasize the fact of like
how ridiculous
you had to be,
to
not
believe,
how you had
to
to be,
believe
but like,
this shit.
yeah,
yeah,
like by the end of the war, like the ones that were true believers,
yeah,
how far they would take it,
yeah.
and it's like, good point, because it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That movie is
that
movie was so sad
the
and
guy,
so great at the same time.
I don't know his name, but the guy that hung out with Reek during it, and they turned out they were gay for each other.
Oh,
and the entire time
soldier,
they were
the
soldier
yeah.
who got like brought off the bad line because he had a bad eye now.
Yeah,
And he's like, I should be dying and fighting for my country, but I also don't believe half the shit they're talking about.
yeah. He's
and
just
he's
like,
having to battle with that. Low key, very underrated storyline of that movie.
Yeah. Because it's like,
also if
he's
he's
fighting for his country because he's like,
because he believes in his country, but also if they knew what he really was, they would hate him because he's gay. And then also he doesn't believe any of the propaganda they're saying.
Well, it kind of got to the point in the war. It's like, well, shit, I've been fighting for the Nazis now for 5 years,
and
like I can't just now say, oh,
like,
well, I don't believe, and try to swap sides.
And
5
when everybody's
years
like,
into the 5 years into the war,
and then everybody's like, oh no, they're saying we're winning, and he's like, we're not fucking winning. Yeah. And then sacrifices himself. So
did that
Jojo
movie
can
win
get out.
anything?
I know she was nominated, but I think Scarlett Johansson might have won for Best Supporting Actress. Which I could see.
Which again, I mean, okay.
Yeah. I don't. That moment where he walks up on them shooting. Now, granted, she didn't act during that, but when he walks up on her red shoes and
they're untied, and she's just it's like
dangling.
Yeah. So they got nominated for the AACTA Awards, Best International Screenplay, Best Picture, and then the Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actress and Best Adapted Screenplay. So, not much.
Yeah, I think they came out against something that was like pretty good that year.
What's February of 2020 was when the award ceremony happened. So anything that happened in
2019.
Yeah,
I don't know what specifically came out that year.
I don't know, but they did win Best International Screenplay. They won Best Adapted Screenplay. That was at the Academy. And Best Picture, they lost or nominated. Supporting Actress, nominated, Scarlett. Best Costume Design, nominated. Best Film Editing, nominated. And Best Production Design, nominated.
Surprisingly, we didn't nominate the guy who played Hitler.
Yeah. But, and of course, won some weird, like, off-brand Critics' Choice Awards, stuff like that. But did not get as much as I thought it would.
No. Great, though.
Yeah. Still good.
How do we get here?
When they were talking about Barbie and saying, hey, Barbie, and we got off to Nazis. And went 6 ways around the moon.
I'll beat you all.
We went 6 ways around the moon with it. So
I'll have it on record right now. I will see Barbie. Maybe if it's as good as people are saying, twice before I see Oppenheimer. I know what happens at the end of Oppenheimer. We fuck up some Asian people.
Dropped 2 bombs on a country to end a war.
I'm not going to go in there and feel guilty about something I wasn't alive for, so fuck it.
No, I'm not. I don't feel guilty for it. It sucks. It was bad,
Yes.
but we also
had
to end a war.
For a country that is so concerned about other people having nukes,
we're
the only ones that have dropped one.
Actually, dropped them in war.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great concept to live by.
Yeah. But next week, Thor by Donny Cates.
Woohoo!
Yep, good. And then we'll also have the draft of relationship deal breakers.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting one to talk about.
Especially since one of us is married.
Yay!
Yeah. But till then, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.